Hey everybody,
I'm Caleb.
I'm Sam.
I'm Will.
And we are Working Title!
It's time to note some deaths, am I right guys? Come on now.
That's what's
Give me
up.
that.
That's what
Wait,
we're talking about.
give me that.
Delete,
Thank you.
Delete.
Guys, we're back with Death Note. This is episode 33, Scorn. We met Teru. He's a psycho.
Woo!
And a mad lad.
Yeah!
So make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you too are a mad lad.
Woo!
The fellow subscribers that hit this video, you are the greatest of mad lads.
Woo!
And comment down below the maddest thing you've ever done in a lad.
Punch it!
Ah!
Ah.
Alright, awesome. What is he doing?
Oh, just building shit again.
It's my turn to go to Japan.
Says every person who
Commander,
watches
rest.
one anime.
Yes.
I'm afraid I need you to return to New York immediately.
Then what's the point of me coming back there?
Truth is, I've never made travel arrangements or boarded a flight on my own before. That's why I need you to come back, so you can escort me.
Understood.
I need help.
I'm a little scared.
Please.
Because as you know, I am 6 years old.
Can you hold this toy? I don't want to use it anymore.
He doesn't even play with it, he just
Both
stares at
Yoshida
him.
Productions and NHN are practically begging us now. The great Misa comeback plan was a huge success.
Yeah, that's right. Mogi will be gaining entry as Misa's manager. It'll definitely be to our advantage to have someone...
Again, more Mogi set up, because now he gets to be with...
investigating Takeda.
Well, you're cursing the man.
This is Nier. I want to speak to El.
This is Al. What is it you want from us?
I'm following through with my goal to arrest
Oh, it's Christmas time. Look at that.
That's why I'm in Japan now. I presume you've already contacted Takeda for the purposes of your own investigation?
That's right.
I want you to pass on a message. Inform her that as of now, several SPK members have entered Japan in order to catch and arrest Kida. I also want you to mention the following to her so she'll relay it to Kida. Kida won't be able to resist such an opportunity. Knowing him, he won't run. Instead, he'll try to kill us before we get too close.
Yeah.
That's where I'll beat him at his own game.
Beat me in my own game, huh?
Did I just say that out loud? Nothing.
Alright. If that's how you want it, I'll accept your challenge.
Ascension.
I am in Japan as we speak.
I am in Japan as well.
Then we'll be quite close to each other.
This is cool too because there's so many adversaries he has to go be against now. He's got to worry about this kid, Mello, who's in the shadows and a wild card,
And his own team.
and his own team that's actively pursuing.
Once and for all.
Definitely. It's all becoming clear to me. From the very beginning and even now, it's been a one-on-one fight against Al. And even though he's dead, the battle's just shifted to his heirs. Very well, Nier. Fine. I'll come out to play if you will. It's only fair after all. And when we meet, we'll find out which of us is truly prepared to win, and whose wits will prevail, and I can finally begin my reign at the top.
First, let's review what we know so far. Al is like
Lego
Yagami,
man. And a gun?
and he's also Kira. So, given the situation as it now stands, there are two ways to win against Kira. One, the simple way. We arrange to kill both El Kira and Ex Kira, and confiscate the notebook. However, no matter what might happen, we
How do
will
you
never
find
consent to
them?
that.
Why not?
That's not the way we work, Commander. That's not the way El and I do things. Because that would be an insult. Don't forget, El entrusted this case to those who came after him.
Can't just kill him, we gotta complete the mind game.
So,
Yeah.
Kiyomi, I heard on the news the other day that you receive an enormous amount of fan mail every day.
Yes. I'm told on average it's about 200 letters a day.
200 letters?
Damn.
Wow, I'm a little jealous.
Someone's popular.
This is kind of boring listening to audio only without any video feed.
Bro, come on, it's so
Even
weird.
if they are just letters from fans.
You're right.
Keep calm as you read this note and the ones that follow. Make sure not to let the people listening to this conversation hear your reactions.
When the FBI trying to listen for real,
Yeah.
they will.
He has started to make
He's speaking in
Start
hieroglyphics.
thinking about their safety. I have a different job for T. In order to create the perfect world that Kida has envisioned, I want you to begin judging and punishing people as Kida. right, Kiyomi. I'm sure you'll be able to send Kira information.
Dude, look at her.
I want the SPK to know about.
Nailed it. That's our life for you. He's good.
Yeah, he's good, right?
He
He's gonna freaking lion!
He's got them manipulative grippers.
Delete.
All he does all day is write names down and go delete, delete. It's fucking
Yes?
weirdo.
I have an important message for you. 5 blank pages from the notebook.
Carry on with your judgments and killings as usual until I receive the letter and the pages.
And how about after you receive them?
You have to stop using the real notebook. However, you must continue entering names in a fake notebook.
A fake?
Oh,
That's
whoa.
right.
Okay.
Make a notebook that looks as close to the original as possible. And act as if you're killing people by using this decoy.
God, what are you planning?
Time has come,
It's not
Teru.
my place to question God. His will is absolute.
Your God will
My
get
job
you
is to
killed.
do what God wishes.
Oh man. So he wants her to start doing it.
Yeah. And then when Nier supposedly gets Teru, he'll think he has the notebook,
Yeah.
and it just will be a dud,
Yeah.
and gives him a little time to escape, of which,
I don't know.
I don't know, just playing juggle at this point.
It's a replacement for Kira's kingdom.
God, what's wrong with these people?
Welcome to the show. Today, Ms. Takara will introduce her 4 new female bodyguards who were selected after a rigorous screening process.
If there's an SPK member among these bodyguards, it would have to be Hal
Yeah, the
Lindner.
blonde one, right?
Yeah.
Looks like Nier's conducting his own investigation of Takeda.
I think,
A phantom killer who
Yeah,
had 6 people
I think that
shackled
is
with
one.
busy quarters was
Who
apprehended.
would I choose to be ex-Kira? Out of all the people in the world, Takeda was chosen because she's a strong supporter of Kira. So, that means ex-Kira must be someone who knew that Takeda was a Kira worshipper. Someone who had a close, intimate relationship with her before her selection.
Also, Kira will not forgive any crime, no matter how small. From this point onwards, you should assume that any person alive is a viable target.
Oh, shit. Wow, we shaking, man.
he's thinking
Are we
hard.
breaking through? Whoa.
He's
Whoa.
getting Ultra instinct.
We're having a breakthrough.
I'd like to hear Kira's voice. I want to hear his thoughts once again. We should follow his teachings, exactly as Kira ordered. To me, it's obviously the quickest
Why is he
path to
public?
lasting world peace. You have a responsibility. I think it is
There
of
you
the
go.
utmost importance.
They're setting him up. And I think because he's so radical, he will die for the cause.
Yeah.
If there are no words or orders from Kira, then we have only one choice. We need to think for ourselves. We need to consider what Kira has taught us, determine what he wants most, and make our own decisions from
What you
there.
thinking, little man?
Kira is like Yagami. Could ex-Kira be Teru Mikami? Everything seems to fit into place.
So then what are you gonna do about it, huh?
That's what I've been asking. So tell me why I'm not the headliner. You said I was supposed to be the highlight.
She looks
of the
so
Esports
different.
That's what I was saying. That's why I said she looked rough.
You're the highlight. But when it comes to the
Well,
headline,
now she has
part of
lipstick,
it
so it looks
secure,
like
that's
her.
fine.
Zoomed in, became 4K.
That's why we should be taking precautions.
Takara. What an idiot. She doesn't even realize that Light's just using her for his investigation.
Don't say that. You might end up dead if she hears you.
Duh, I know that. That's why I whispered it quietly.
Al, this is Nier.
Poor girl.
I have a small request.
Annoying wind
Mr.
ray.
Aizawa is
I have
there.
no
Would it be
sympathy for
possible
her.
me to
Yeah,
speak
no.
to him for a moment?
Nier, this is Aizawa. What is it?
I have a question regarding surveillance for El and Takeda's meetings. Are you recording both audio and video feeds of their conversations?
No. Only an audio feed right now.
I see. Only wiretaps at the moment. How interesting. Thank you very much.
Seems like
Christmas. He's decorating. What the frick is that thing?
To be blunt, what's important
I saw a
is
game. I
focusing
saw a
his
game
attention
too.
on Lindner and Takeda.
These
In
like
the
Roblox
meantime,
save and
use the
Legos.
opportunity to investigate
Mega
Mikami
blocks.
further.
Mega blocks.
How are things, Giovanni?
Well, about Mikami. It's strange. It's ridiculously easy to trail him. I'm
Blue-eyed
beginning to
Aaron.
think he can't be ex-Kira.
No, there's a very high probability that Mikami is ex-Kira. Please be very careful.
Man, how many meetings do I need to have with NHN for crying out loud?
Misa,
Takeda would like to have dinner with you this evening, just the two of you.
Good idea. The music festival's MC.
Why does she look
Should
like
have dinner with the
this?
main performer at least once.
She looking
Tell
rough.
her, okay.
She looking real rough.
Hello?
Miss Takeda? She's accepted. Great.
I hope they're in the rooms like right next door to each other. Yeah.
Oh, and Lindner, please book a nice private room for us. And also, I'd like you to attend the dinner as well. Huh? Yes.
Sussy.
What kind of name is Linner, and why has she got Zenitsu's hair? She's funky. The show's got so many weird designs.
It's a pretty good Christmas time. Woo!
Doris, I'll go Christmas.
Something.
I'm afraid it had to wait until after the 9 o'clock news was finished.
No problem. I don't mind at all. I'm a night owl anyway.
I think something unholy is gonna happen this episode.
Murder.
One of these women are dying today.
Well, what is it?
I'm not really sure how to answer a question
What
like
the
that.
hell's going on outside?
Life must be pretty busy.
Is that
How do
Idris?
you manage?
Why, you? She knows that I can't see him that much, while she can be with him all the time. How dare she? Things are great between us. Fred is way more affectionate than he looks, at least with me. In fact, he starts clinging to me as soon as he gets in the door every night.
Ah, I see. It sounds like you're doing well. Thank goodness.
Yes, actually, I
Why?
should probably tell you since you are the MC. I'm going to announce my engagement to light at the Pop Music Festival.
Does he know about this?
Of course he does. It's an engagement. It's not as if I can get engaged to myself. He proposed to me more than a month ago. It was so romantic. Don't you think it'd be exciting to announce it at the Pop Music Festival?
Is she about to die? I feel like Misa's about to get it.
She's got the death note now. She might just do it just for the hell of it. But she don't know nothing about the death note now.
Yeah. She's
Why not? If you're able to, that is.
What do you mean if I'm able to?
She's
What,
dead.
are you not gonna let me announce it?
She's dead, dude.
Or maybe it's something
Why does her
else.
nose look so weird?
Maybe
Or
you're
it's
gonna
not
get
normal.
Kira to kill me. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Once he gets caught, it'll be nothing but bad news for him. And as for you, you'll probably be executed.
Miss Takeda, are you all right?
Oh no.
Oh no, Misa, no.
Listen, Kiyomi.
Oh shit.
I am the real Kira. Please join me, Kiyomi, and you will be the goddess of the new world.
Miss Amane,
Yes?
I find this unpleasant.
Oh, yeah? I feel the same.
Obviously, this was a bad idea. I should have waited until you grew up and learned a few manners before I invited you to dinner. I suppose I'll know better next time. Goodbye.
I'm older than you, Kiyomi. And anyways, you're being childish for storming out in the middle of dinner over a silly little comment.
You said she was gonna get executed. That's not a silly little comment. I hope that you were killed by the police.
They just talked about light Yagami. If you read between the lines, they were arguing over which one was his lover.
Your thoughts?
All I can determine is this. Light Yagami is popular with the ladies.
Light Yagami has a harem.
Takeda and Amane both adore him.
Nier, please be serious about
He
this.
is serious if they're both truly in love with him. They will not easily betray him. In fact, they'll likely do whatever he asks.
You can't trail someone sitting across from them.
Oh, come on now, lady. I mean, wearing a short skirt like that in the winter, it's an invitation.
Please, someone!
Gross.
Cell phone.
Take a picture of his face.
Oh!
Oh! And you can look at the picture and see the name.
Delete. He's writing something in it.
He said delete at full volume. He is weird as fuck. His mouth is closed. He's a ventriloquist. He pulled out a book that said Death Note. Oh wait, no, did he send it to What's-Her-Face?
Probably.
Because he doesn't actually have a Death Note anymore. Oh, yeah. he has to play it off like he's still doing it.
He's gonna take the hit.
Terry went from being Kira to being the fall guy. Wait, how many? Wait. I'm just I'll look at the names. 3. Oh wait, we all
37. Damn. So
wait. So one.
we have 4 more. We have 4 more.
What if we watch another one?
We can.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Keep it moving.
Will you be down?
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Keep
Let's
it moving.
go. That's hype. Okay, that's exciting.
I just want to keep it moving.
You know,
Alright.
you do you, silly guy.
I was the one who said it.
Stop! We're professionals. Professional reactors.
I've seen those videos. Those guys like, all right, we're gonna play a game. It's tag. You're it. And they say, stop! I don't like this game.
Guys, that was Death Note episode 33, Scorn. The battle of wit and dimwit.
The battle
between
of
the women.
who's got your belly?
I don't think they did that. I don't recall any belly tickling.
When did that happen? We were watching the same show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Caleb's internalizing when he doesn't enjoy an episode. He just like thinks of his own.
This episode was good though.
He does
I like the Christmas. This is Christmas.
He does what is it called? Abridged versions in his head of what he wants to happen. I think this was the most atrocious in terms of
animation
isms for the L crew and wannabes with them little toys. There were so many toys.
No.
It's Christmas. You had to get more toys.
That's true. That's true.
He's just getting presents left and right. I don't know where from.
Hey, look at you defending the show. Godzilla toy, Roblox toy.
Well, he's had Godzilla, I think.
Yeah, he lost Optimus.
Optimus died. But he got weird looking mouse on top of the car. That was.
He had a mole rat.
That's what it was. On
Yeah,
top
like
of the
our
car.
mouse. Yeah, and he traded out with that one guy. Anyway, so this episode focused heavily on the servants of light, namely the return of Misa, which was
interesting.
Yeah, man, she's played her last card many episodes ago. She is not a player in this show.
Yeah, I didn't expect when she when she released, control of the Death Note for that to be the last time.
Right.
But she wore out her usefulness at this point.
She really did, and it makes sense that Light didn't want to bring her back in. There's no use for her, really. I mean, the use that he already gets from her isn't really needed with the Notebook. You can get somebody more capable with the Death Note that is a loyal servant at this point on planet Earth. Because there's enough people like Misa that isn't as radical or isn't as insane as Misa.
Yeah. Although, if they weren't getting watched, he wouldn't have needed to trade it off.
He wouldn't have. But he's been wanting this.
Oh yeah, he said he knew
to-
he was going to kill her as soon as Ren was gone. Once Ren was out of the picture, he was like, all right, it's just any day now that I can kill this girl.
Right, and I think time and time again he's actually stated as much. Like, as soon as she got involved, it's been this battle of I need to get rid of this person. She is an obstacle to the bigger battle of me versus Elle. She's not worthy of being a part of this.
Yeah.
And then, he even did that play to get her to lose half her lifespan after already losing it before.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's no care for her. I also don't feel too bad, as you said, too. I mean, you get what you invested in. You know?
Yeah.
This is what you chose to do, and this is the games that you involved yourself in. So it just sucks that this form of blind love is just delusion and not really blind love to begin with.
Yeah.
If she had any real inkling as to what Light is capable of.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she didn't die today. I was feeling that. I was feeling the death coming.
It might still come. Give it like 8 minutes into next episode.
Well, between these episodes, Vigilance, Malice, I don't know what 128 is supposed to be, and I don't know what the finale's called.
January 28th, because
Finale's New World. Holy shit.
Man, I didn't want to see that title. Now I think the
New World.
he's gonna win, bro. No. I like it.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I don't really. I feel bad saying this. I don't really want her to stay till the end.
No.
I prefer we start to lose people in the next few if we're going to.
Yeah.
But then I don't know what... I mean, if the finale's called A New World, like, damn. I already thought we were basically in the New World.
I mean, this could be his ultimate, knockoff of Nier.
Yeah, it could be a play on words, too. It could be a New World after the New World.
Yeah.
It could be a flip of the coin, like we actually do in, and we can reset to a safer world.
Yeah.
So, I don't really know.
I gotta say, I don't complain about the show too much because I actually do like it.
Yeah.
I think Nier jumping to conclusion on things is so insane.
Right. I feel like it doesn't feel as authentic as when L comes across things.
Because L was doing it with, like, parameters. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and even the explanations we would get later on. Like, well, the string of heart attack killings that we have observed started in this area. And the very first ones that we can see from, like, prisons, they were only broadcasted in this area. So, like, he slowly narrowed it down and gave, like, reasons as to why. The whole world is on Kira's... Not the whole world, but there's a huge portion of people in the world that are on Kira's side or are afraid of Kira enough that you could foresee obeying Kira because of the fear he's drawn up.
Right.
So it's like... Because he even said when he... I mean, I understand he did give his reasoning of, like, okay, someone who picked the host, the girl... What's her name again? Takeda? Right?
Kiyomi? You're talking about Takeda, right?
Takeda.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Takeda.
It is Takeda.
Okay.
But picking her, he said, the ex-Kira would have had to have a close, intimate relationship. So if that's the case, then they must have, like, known each other. And just to go and find, like, this guy was radical and spoke in favor of Kira one time, and then they also interacted in, like, some debate show where she hosted, or she moderated, like... I don't know. I just think it's more of a jump than...
Similar jumps that L has done in the past. Like, I think that was a little bit more crazy to come to the conclusion.
Yeah. The L jumps made more sense because there was a lot more, like, real...
Yeah.
Hard border, like, conclusions that were made. Even though, they both deal in probabilities, because the guy's like, it's a high probability that this guy is the next Kira. How many other of those dudes could that have been? You know what I mean?
And in my mind too, like it would have been one thing if these kind of decisions were made back in the earlier section of the show when, something like that would have felt more realistic when certain people are coming out. But now it's like a world full of light Kira sympathizers.
Yeah.
So I would imagine this is more common than just these two specific shows that got featured, for one thing. Two, L's also the greatest detective and is the top 3 of the greatest detectives. Nier, we don't know much about him other than he's the successor as well as Mello. And as far as we're aware, I don't know if they've ever done I know that he's with the SPK, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he is involved, but I guess I felt like it was more genuine when L got introduced, where Nier feels a little bit like a attempt to keep that vibe alive, but just not as successful.
It's not executed as well.
Yeah, and it does feel a bit rushed, and definitely an odd choice. Like, as you were talking about that, like, I do agree too. Like, the past 2 episodes before this, I really liked. I felt like it did slow down when we had to bring back Nier into the story. Mel has basically become completely MIA from the second half of the show. I thought he would be more involved, and he hasn't really been. He's been kind of more of a nuisance. So I don't even know where he will fit into the last few episodes. And I think to myself, like, damn, I wish we almost didn't lose somebody like Watari, so that we could have had somebody, like, maybe closer that felt more realistic to be, like, somebody who could have kept it going and went into the shadows, or found a way to make it so that Light never got to see his face. Like, he kept on that, like, mask so we could have more animosity between the people behind L, and that relationship was private between L and Watari, so that when L died, maybe it could have been like a story of the old man who failed his apprentice, who had to end up giving up his life, and he will continue the succession when it should have been reversed. Yeah. That he lost. It's not his kid, but, like, doesn't matter now. Watari's not that big. We are stuck with who we are stuck with. But
it just feels a little more cheap than
It does.
Elle did originally. So,
Right.
which sucks because I feel like I do enjoy Nier and Mello's presence in the story. It's just I wish they weren't so. Again, there could have been literally there could have been a billion people that could have been the new Kira.
And the best thing that Nier has done for the show so far is really just been the smarty pants to help the people we actually care about, like Aizawa and Matsuda, come to a little bit more sense on who their partner is on the task force.
Yeah.
And because that's where I've been more interested, is the people that we've been spending our time with. And while they're not the most clever, maybe if I was to do the show, maybe remove the twins, have that info get released somehow to these guys, and they have to slowly try to step up to the plate and realize what has been set before them, and maybe reanalyze what they've been doing for all the show, where they might have not have been capable initially. Maybe they've learned from their mistakes of not underestimating people.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I feel ya. I do like the new characters though. Surprisingly, I like Kiyomi, and I do like Teru. I don't feel like they feel out of place.
No, I don't either.
As I said, I really did expect us to have some acolytes in this show, and I feel like this is the best time to have brought them in. So they're fun. I like Teru a lot, as ridiculous as he is. I think he's super fun and fits the Death Note aesthetic. Where I feel like the other two are a little bit more gimmicky.
Yeah.
Like versions of Elle. And Elle was already super eccentric, but he made it work.
Yeah, well, he was the original.
He was the original.
These are the weird
He
carbon
coined it.
copies that aren't that great.
And Kiyomi, like, once again, she fit because they had properly placed her earlier in the show.
Story. We just didn't get the catch up of her really being like
that deeper relationship. You could even say maybe that because she was already in love with the type of person Light was, maybe he had some influence on just the people around him of his ideology early on for anyone who would have put in the extra step to care about Light.
Yeah, that is true.
Who knows? They say he's super good. He's super good with the ladies, and people do, follow him very easily.
Yeah, I feel like Misa's basically dead.
Right.
It's over for her. She's done.
So now Kiyomi is getting the notes, and Light is giving her the power to judge and act as Kira at this point, and Teru is given the opportunity or he's supposed to just play the part, pretend like he's doing it,
right?
But he's not actually. So we'll see where it goes.
I wonder what will happen, though, if he gets found out and then the Death Note doesn't function. Like, what do they do with somebody like that? What do you do when the magical part doesn't even fit, even though the MO fits? Can you?
Well, then they can't prove it that it's actually him.
Because then what are you gonna do? Kill every single person that gets filled in by the magician himself?
I guess.
I don't know what you do. They're outnumbered.
Yeah.
The majority rules right now, and they're not in it.
No,
so
they are not.
We're gonna jump into the next episode unless you guys have any other thoughts. So guys, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, so you can see the next episode when it comes out. You don't have to just find it randomly on YouTube. Let us know how you're doing, and we'll see you in the next reaction. Punch it.